Democrats had great turnout on the final day of early voting in the Tennessee 7 special election, and big thanks to the folks at the Tennessee Secretary of State's office who dropped the final turnout numbers last night so that we could look at those numbers today, which is Thanksgiving. If you watched my last video, you know that I predicted that the final day of early voting Wednesday would be the best day for Democrats in the entire early voting period, and that is indeed what took place. We almost hit 3,000 votes in Davidson County, which is Nashville, and in this county, Afton Bain is probably going to get around 80% of the votes, which is what she needs to do in order to win. Turnout in the rest of the counties actually declined, which is also great news for the Democrats, as they had shorter voting hours than in Davidson County. So, thank you to the folks at Davidson County that had longer voting hours on the final day. That really helped Democrats push turnout. So, right now, Davidson County is sitting at almost 25% of the total early vote share. That is also great news because for Afton Bain to win, people in Davidson County need to turn out at a higher rate than all the rest of the counties. And since Davidson is only around 20 to 22% of the district population, right now we are sitting in a good place for Afton Bain to pull up one of the biggest upsets in years. So, how can you help Afton Bain win? Well, all we need to do is contact voters who voted for Kamala Harris and get them to come out on election day, which is next Tuesday. And I will be sharing after this different ways that you can help the campaign, whether you live locally or anywhere across the country. I did a quick back of the envelope calculation to tell us how many Kamala Harris voters have still not voted in this election. And across the district, there are around 85,000. So about 47,000 people have voted for Afton Bain. 85,000 people are outstanding that voted for Kamala that have not yet turned out. Luckily for the Afton Bain campaign, these voters are very concentrated in a few areas, which makes canvassing and getting out the vote easier for them than it is for the Republican campaign, since their voters are spread across many, many, many rural districts. So, Davidson County alone, which is Nashville, there are around 39,000 outstanding Kamala voters. That's 46% of the outstanding Kamala voters in the entire district. Montgomery County, Clarksville, 21%. Williamson County, Franklin, 15,000 more voters. These three counties alone account for 85% of that outstanding Kamala vote. So if you go and canvass, knock on doors, speak with voters, get them to come out on Tuesday, which is election day, you can help win this race. If you go to Afton for Congress and then go to volunteer, it will take you to mobilize.us/Afton for Congress. And this is where you can sign up for all the different get out the vote activities, whether they are in person or via phone banking. On Saturday, there is a giant day of action across multiple counties to do a massive canvass in Davidson, Montgomery, etc. And then there are a ton of remote phone banking opportunities, including my favorite, which is calling voters on election day to make sure that they vote on Tuesday.